Hello, and welcome to the Capture the Flag video series. In this video, we will look at solving questions from the Magnet Virtual Summit 2021 Capture the Flag contest. Please help me out by hitting the subscribe button so I can stop going down the rabbit hole. If you want to follow along, see the description section below for the link to the MVS 2021 CTF event website where you can register. Then you will get an email with links to download the images. In this video, we will focus on the group of questions called MacOS, so you will need the MVS 2021 MacOS_zip.7z file. The first thing you will need to do is unzip the file using 7z. Beware that the zipped file is about 30 gigabytes, and the expanded folder will be about 300 gigabytes in size, so make sure you have enough room on your working drive. So I'm going to type 7z, and then E for extract, and then the file name of MVS 2021 MacOS_zip.7z. So this first step will generate a 76 gig zip file. We can then unzip this file to get the set of folders, which total about 224 gigs. So I'm going to type unzip stu21, and then just hit the tab key for it to autocomplete, and then -D for the output directory, and then we're going to call my Mac OS. So once we've extracted the 7z file, let's cd into the Mac OS folder and take a look at what we have. I'm going to do a \ls-l. I use the backslash before the ls so that the system will use the unaliased version of the ls command, which does not have the colors. The colors make this video a little hard to see the words. As you can see, this is the typical folder structure of a Mac computer. Of particular interest to us will be the library folder, the system/library folder, and the users folder. Question 1. Call me by your name. What is the local host name of this device? So I'm going to go ahead and cd into extracted folder. So it's going to be /mnt/hd/mvs2021-ctf/macOS for me. Yours would be, again, where you extracted those folders. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and cd into library/preferences/system configuration. Let's take a look at the file preferences.plist. So because I am pretty familiar with this file, I know that there is a key named hostname. And within the key, the data will be the name of the device. So I'm going to use the grep command and do grep-i of hostname -A space 1 space preferences.plist. So the -i will be case insensitive, and then the -A means once I find the keyword, I also want the line after it. And once we hit enter, we see the key for hostname, and then right after it is going to be the data, which is the answer to this question. Question 2. I love it when you call me Big Sir. What is the product build version? So what I'm going to do is cd space dash. This is going to return us to the last folder which we were in, which is the top of our extracted file tree. And then from here, I'm going to cd into system/library/core services. So for this one, let's take a look at the file system version plist. And once again, because I am pretty familiar with this plist, I know that the key I'm looking for is called product build version. So once again, I'm going to do grep-i product build version -A1 and then system version.plist. And there's our answer. Question 3. Who's got your back up? What is the IMEI of the iOS device that is backed up? iOS backups are usually under each user's library/application support /mobile sync/backup folder. From there will be folders which are named with the UUID of each backed up device. In this case, there's only one folder, so it looks like this is the only device backed up on this machine. So I'm going to do cd space dash again. This is going to bring us back to the top of the extracted tree. And then from here, I'm going to cd into users/eli flat/library/application support/mobile sync/backup. And from here, I'm going to do grep-i r of quote greater than IMEI less than end quote -a1 and then star. So the -r option of grep is going to be the recursive, where it's going to traverse down the tree, because I said star for the file. And in this case, because we only have one subfolder, it's not a big deal. But in general, more than likely, your computer is going to have multiple different backups. So this will basically list them all. Let's take a look at the info.plist file to see what information is available. We see the device name, its ICC-ID or SIM card number, its IMEI or the phone's unique identifier, installed applications, the last backup date, the phone number, the product name, the serial number, etc. So the info.plist file contains all kinds of interesting information about the backed up device. Question 4. Bottoms up and the devil laughs. What is Eli's preferred energy drink brand? I'm guessing that this info will be found in the user's web browsing history. So we're going to start with cd dash to jump back to the root of the extracted folders. Then from here, we're going to do cd users/eli flat/library/safari. So let's take a look at the Safari related files. Candidates of interest include the bookmarks.plist, the history.db, recently closed tabs, search descriptions, and the top sites. So let's go ahead and do a file command of recently closed tabs.plist. And we see that it is a binary plist. So let's go ahead and convert it using the plist util. I'm going to use -i for input, recently closed tabs.plist, -o for output. Let's just go ahead and send it to /temp and call it the same name, recently closed tabs.plist. And then let's go ahead and vi the result, which is in /temp/recently closed tabs.plist. From looking at this file, it appears that the key named tab URL contains the URLs of tabs, and the tab title key has the title of the tabs. So let's just look for data from those keys by using the grep command. I'm going to do grep-i and then -e for tab URL, -e again for tab title, -a1 of /temp recently closed tabs.plist. So what the -e options are going to do is that it is going to search for either one of those two keywords, and whenever those come up, it is going to print that line in addition to the line right after it. So this is the results that we get, but it's a little hard to read because there's a lot of spaces or tabs at the beginning of the line. So let's use the awk command to get rid of the leading spaces. So I'm just going to do up arrow to repeat the last command again, and then add pipe into awk, single quote of open braces, $1 equals $1, close the braces, semicolon 1, single quote, and then I'm going to pipe that into more. So what this particular awk command is going to do, the nature of awk, it is actually going to strip out deleting white spaces. So spaces and tabs it's going to get rid of. So basically we're going to be left with a list of results without deleting spaces. So it's a little easier to read. And so here we can see that this looks like an energy drink that was of interest to our user Eli. Question 5. LaxBro, which college lacrosse team schedule did Eli often look at? I'm going to keep looking at the Safari related files in the user's library Safari folder. And this time I'm going to look at the bookmarks.plist. So if we do a file of bookmarks.plist, we see that this is a binary plist. So let's go ahead and convert it with plist util -i bookmarks.plist -o. I'm going to write it out to /temp bookmarks.plist. Now I'm going to do a grep -i lacrosse of that temp bookmarks plist. And once again, just like last time, I know there's going to be leading white spaces. So this time I'm going to pipe it into sed and use single quote s /caret open bracket space \t in bracket star // single quote. So what the sed command is going to do is, this is basically similar to what we've looked at in VI. This is a substitute command. So the first S is for substitute, and then between the first and second slashes is going to be what we're looking for. Caret, which stands for the very beginning of a line, and then the things within the brackets is going to be either a space or a tab. That's what the /t or \t is a tab. And then star, so we're going to match 0 or more of this leading space pattern. And then between the second and third slashes is going to be the substitution pattern, which in this case, we don't want to substitute anything. We just want to get rid of it. So it's going to be just //. And once we get the result, we see the answer to our question. Question 6. Stop playing with me. How many websites have permissions to autoplay? We're sticking with the Safari related files. I'm going to take a look at the file called sites allowed to autoplay.plist. And once again, I know that this is a binary plist, so I'm going to go ahead and convert it by using plist util -i of sites allowed to autoplay.plist -o of /temp sites allowed to autoplay.plist. Then I'm going to go ahead and vi the result, vi/temp sites allowed to autoplay.plist. And looking at this file, we can see that there are 4 lines in the beginning that are setting up what the content is, and then 2 lines at the very end for 6 total lines, which are not websites. And if we hit Control G within VI, that tells us how many total number of lines we have in the file. So we have 171. If we subtract 6 of the non-websites, we get 165 websites. Another way is to run the word count utility, and then we can subtract the 6, which will give us the answer. So we're going to do word count -L for the number of lines of /temp sites allowed to autoplay.plist. This gives us 171. So again, subtract 6 is 165. Question 7. Finders Keepers. What source version is the Finder app on this device? So once again, I'm going to do cd of dash to get us back to the root of the extracted files. Then cd into system /library/core services /finder.app/contents. Let's go ahead and do a ls-F on here. And we see one of the files is version.plist. So let's just go ahead and do a more of this file. And under the key that's named source version is the answer we're looking for. It's raining, it's pouring. What is the size in bytes of the application found within Eli's trash? Well, let's take a look at Eli's trash folder. So let's cd to dash, and then cd into users Eli flat /.trash. And then I'm going to do a \ls-l. And here we see the files. And the only application we have is the check-rain application. And there is the size. Question 9. Oh, sheet. What is the name of the spreadsheet Eli often navigated to? So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Safari folder and actually look at the history.db database. We're going to use the DB browser application. And once we go ahead and pull that up, and then go ahead and open the users Eli flat library Safari history.db file. Take a look at the different tables we have here. I think the most appropriate one would be history visits table. So if we expand this particular column and kind of just look around, we see about here that we start seeing a Google Sheet being referenced, and it looks like it's the same file over and over again. So I would have to say that this is probably the answer we're looking for. Question 10. Remind me later. What time and date in Eastern Standard Time did Eli add a notification permission on Safari? Well, the file to look at is, again, back in under Safari. So let's go ahead and cd into dash to go back to the root of the extracted files. And then we're going to cd into users /Eli flat /library /Safari. Let's do a \ls-f. So here are all the files in question. So the one that looks like it has something to do with notification permission is called user notification permissions.plist. So let's go ahead and do a file command on user notification permissions.plist. We see that it's a binary plist. So let's go ahead and convert it into ASCII by using plist util -i user notification permissions.plist -o/temp user notification permissions.plist. And let's go ahead and do a more of /temp user notification permissions.plist. And we see that the one and only entry was for https laxallstars.com, and it was added on this particular date and time, which is in Zulu or GMT. So converting that to Eastern Standard Time, we just need to subtract 5 hours. Question 11. Secrets are no fun. What is Eli's system password hint? On my own Mac, I found this info under my home folder's pictures folder. There is something called my username.plist. But this folder was not present on the CTF image. Another normal location is under private var db dslocal nodes default users, and then once again the username.plist, but this wasn't there either. So after some digging around, I realized that in this case, it looks like the machine was upgraded to Big Sur from Catalina. And so a folder named /system/volume/preboot was created. and then underneath there with the UUID. And if we look under there, there is a crypto user info.plist, which is where the password hint is stored. So let's go ahead and do a file on crypto user info.plist. And we see that it's just an ASCII file. So let's go ahead and do a more on crypto user info.plist. And if we look at the key name password hint, we see the answer in the data field. Question 12. There are no penguins at the North Pole. What is the SHA-1 hash of Eli's profile picture on the device? So we were just looking at the crypto user info.plist, and the profile picture is actually stored in an encoded format under a key named picture data. So let's go ahead and copy this crypto user info.plist to the /temp folder so we can have a temporary copy to play with. Then we're going to VI of /temp crypto user info.plist. Then what we're going to do is just delete everything except for the data. Right, so we're going to delete all this here. And then at the end, we're going to delete all this as well. And we're going to go ahead and save it. Now we're going to use the base 64 command with the -D for decode, -I to read the input of /temp /crypto user info.plist. I'm going to redirect it into something called /temp /profile.tiff. I'm going to run the file command on /temp /profile.tiff, and we can see that it thinks it's a TIFF file. And then we can use a graphic application to view the graphic. So we see it's a penguin. And lastly, to get the answer, we just need to run the SHA-1 sum command on the profile.tiff file. And there's our answer. Question 13. Wall Street bet you can't get this one. Eli searched for 4 stock quotes, not a web search. What was the second stock he searched for? And the answer needs to be in ticker form. So since they said that it is not a web search, it's probably a search using the Stocks app. So I use the DB browser to go to the folder users /Eli flat /library /containers /com.apple.stocks /data /library /caches /com.apple.stocks, and then look at the cache.db file. And looking at all the tables available, I decided to look at the one called CFURL cache response. And once we're in here, what we can do is sort it by the time, right? Because they asked for the second stock he looked for, so we want it by time. And as we scan down here, we can actually see the ticker symbols, right? We have the first one he's looked for is GME, which is GameStop. The second one he looked for is SPCE, and then AMC, and lastly Tesla. So that's the stocks that he looked at in those orders. So this is the answer that we are looking for. Question 14. Where are my keys? What is the encryption key for Eli's iCloud? And looks like they want a SHA-256. So for keychains, it's usually under the library keychains folder. So let's go ahead and use the DB browser to look under Eli's library keychains, and then the UUID, and then in here there is a keychain-db2.db. And once we're here, looking at the different tables, I'm kind of poking around just to see what is applicable. And looks like there is one called keys. How appropriate. So once you look in here, if you expand out the column so you can actually read what it is, here we find a key that is actually called encryption key, and conveniently, it's the encryption key using the SHA-256 algorithm. And so here it is in the what looks like the base 64 encrypted version. And you can either use this or you can convert it into hex and then use that as the answer. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video, where we use only the CAINE Linux Forensic distro and the internet to find the answers for the Magnet Virtual Summit 2021 Capture the Flag contest. And this is the MacOS portion. Hope you enjoyed it, and if so, click on the thumbs up icon to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to get notified when the next video comes out. Also, please leave me messages in the comment section below so I know what you liked and didn't like, or what you may want to see in future videos. See you next time.